State of the Orioles address. Orioles just clinched the postseason appearance for back-to-back seasons for the first time in 27 years, which is crazy, but I mean, I guess it makes sense, like 2012, 2014, 2016, and then boom, 2023, and now 2024. Awesome. I've been like giddily, cheerfully, happily watching the celebration in the opposing locker room after clinching the playoffs for like the last 30 minutes. It feels good. I was at the game Sunday, last home game of the season, regular season home game of the season. Obviously, I hope you have a home playoff game as the number one wildcard team, which is looking like it's going to be the case. But yeah, the vibes are back. And I thought the vibes were back after the Tony Grand Slam in Houston, or against Houston. They were for a game, and then we lost again. I thought the vibes were back after the Tony walk-off last week, but then we lost the series against San Francisco, and we lost the series against Detroit. But the vibes feel back. They feel back. Mountcastle came back today. Pinch hit, single. Westy had a hit today. O'Hearn had a few hits today. Arias had a homer today. The boys are back. The bats are back. And the bats have been the issue for the last, 2.5 months? And now we're getting some bat pieces back, and it feels good. Dean Kramer, fantastic start today. Let me get my jersey out, because he's the goat. Where is it? Yeah, this guy's the fucking goat. I love Dean Kramer. Big game Kram. He started last season's postseason clincher. He started last season's division clincher. He started this year's postseason clincher. He's the GOAT. I love Dean Kramer. Yeah, he was great. 5 innings, 1 run against, Aaron Judge, the best hitter in the American League this season. Of course, he's going to hit a home run. Whatever, not worried about it. 5 innings. Bullpen was okay. Soto had a great outing. He's been great since his first 3 appearances. Anthony Dominguez was great as well. Keegan Aiken was good. Cionel Perez was good. Cano, a little iffy, but, whatever. They held the line. And the offense backed them up. And that's what you want to see. Situational hitting. You want to see good pitching. You don't want to see the bullpen fumble a great start. And they didn't. The vibes are back. Like I said, I was watching the champagne celebration in the locker room, and I was just smiling ear to ear. It just feels great to just see. I mean, we knew they've had the camaraderie's been a big thing of this team. Colton Kaiser's a big glue guy, Westy, Adley, Gunner. They all have huge personalities. They're just fun guys. The hydration station, the sprinklers on the base pass, turning on the faucet. There's just a lot of personality on this team. And seeing it on display in the locker room, celebrating with champagne and Coors Light, and all the high noons, the goggles and everything. It's just great. All the interviews. Yeah, the vibes are back. 5 games left. I'd say it's probably a 1 in 500,000 chance that we win the division, because we have to win out, Yankees have to lose out, but it's possible. So that'd be neat. But honestly, I think with the way this team is playing and the identity of this team this season, I think it's best for us to go into the playoffs as the number 1 wildcard team, get 2 games at home, hopefully win both of those 2, and just get hot at the right time. Last season, having the week off, I think just kind of messed up with our mojo. We were a big team on just momentum. That was a big thing with us last year. We'd go down and then we'd let comeback wins last year. This is not the same thing this year. We're big on just getting hot, and we would get hot and then get cold. But last year, that week off just kind of stopped the train that was that team, and then we got swept by the Rangers. So this year, I'm embracing not necessarily the underdog mentality, but I'm cool. I'm comfortable with the wild card. If you would have told me in July or April that looking at this team and this roster and being oh, Corbin Burns, everybody, year 2 gunner, that I would be settling for a wild card placement, I'd be oh no, come on, we gotta win the division. But now I'm just it's anybody's game, especially with how the scope of the MLB has been postseason wise over the last few years. Last season, D-backs, Rangers, both wild card teams. That's just how it has to be. I feel that's how I think Brett Hollander said it best in the post game conference. He was saying the MLB postseason playoffs. MLB postseason, same thing. But the MLB postseason has become somewhat of a March Madness sort of thing, where it's just who's getting hot. And I think the way this team is playing, all these pitchers returning, all these batters returning, I feel like that's just where we have to settle at, and we have to be like, let's just get hot and let's win the whole thing. And I just feel good. I'm happy watching the Orioles. This was a great game. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like literally like doing this watching the game. I was so nervous. The Marlins did their part. Thank you, Marlins. Thank you, Connor Norby. Thank you, Kyle Stowers. The Birds are back. I've said that at least a million times over the last few weeks, but I think we're really back. 5 games left, 2 against New York, 3 against Minnesota. We got Eflin, Burns, Povich, Suarez, Kramer probably closing it out, and then Burns, Eflin, Kramer for the wild card series, I'd imagine. But hopefully it's just Burns and Kramer, because we gonna sweep them bitches. Let's fucking go. Probably playing an AL Central team. Probably playing Kansas City, because I think Detroit has the second wild card spot at this point, and it's gonna be between Kansas City or Minnesota, which is crazy. There's gonna be most likely 2 or 3 Central teams, and then another Central team is gonna be 36 and 1,020. Very bizarre year for the MLB as a whole. Hopefully, I'm gonna post another Orioles state of the Orioles video next week after we win the wild card series. But yeah, great win for the Orioles. Dean Kramer, my goat. Put him back up there. Get him back up there. I love you, Dean Kramer. Yeah, go O's. Let's win out. Let's keep this train moving. Let's win out. Sweep the wild card series. Sweep the LDS. Sweep the LCS. Sweep the World Series. Let's get ring number 4. Let's fucking do it. Go O's. Eflin tomorrow. Fuck it up, baby. Let's go. Go Birds. Go O's. Go O's, and then go Birds. Eagles. Is there anything Eagles in the screen? There's the Eagles thing right there. But go Orioles. Dean Kramer, great start. I'm just saying stuff now. Go O's. Peace out.